Is everything working? Is the pinball working? Hey, at least the camera's working, right? So we are back in the same room as we did Hit the Deck. That's been since returned to the owner, and we finished up for October the doozy. So technically I'm not done with the doozy just yet. It's sitting right over there behind us. I'll maybe point the camera at it a little bit later. I just got home, so my furnace is running, so if you hear a kind of a whirling noise in the background, that's what's going on. But anyway, welcome to November, our November project. It is still an undisclosed date in October, but starting things off a little bit early since the back box on doozy is getting worked on, and we'll put it back together and kind of run it through its paces and everything. So it is time to get started on what is the name of this game? The back glass is missing. That's right, because it was sealed. Was being sealed. So start things off. When we put the game together, I wasn't paying attention. The owner dropped it off for me at my house, and we have a front leg and a back leg that's crisscrossed, or they're all messed up. I don't know, so I'm going to get that corrected. We'll probably do a high-level overview. I have not turned the game on, so when I turn it on for the first time, you'll get to experience it as well. So I'm excited about that. We'll see what works and what doesn't. I think the owner said that the score motor reel keeps spinning, so we'll see if we can get that fixed right away. I'll just show you real quick before I hit the pause button and make those adjustments. I mean, I don't think you guys need to see what adjusting a leg looks like. Or maybe you do. I don't know if you've never seen one before. So we've got our Indiana Jones right here hanging out for the kind of the workbench for the computer. But yeah, I think I have the leg levelers are off, and they're pretty rusty, so I want to get something underneath those right away. But they're different heights. You know, the game rocks back and forth. I suppose I could just try adjusting one up a little bit, and then at some point we'll get the legs removed to put those in a Evapor-Rust bath. I put 4 more legs in the tubes just now. I don't think I've shown those to you before, but I've got some Evapor-Rust baths going. There's the doozy there that's all put back together. That thing's playing great so far. Still have to get some of the bugs out of the way. But yeah, just looking at this in general, this kind of the down center post button, that thing was completely frozen. And I got that fixed. I got that loosened up so it now pops up and down the way it should. Let's see what else. We definitely got to put new rubber rings in. Well, I'm really looking forward to this one because number one, I own this machine. Not this particular one, but I have a Superstar, so I already know it's a fun game, and I know a lot of people in the Twin Cities like it. My friend Dave actually had one. He sold his, and apparently the buyer is kind of into that particular title. He's bought several of them and I guess donated or given them away. I don't know who that is, so if you happen to catch this video, hi. Looks like someone took a cigarette lighter here maybe at one point in time. This is more of a, looks like a burn more than anything. I don't think it's coming off. A little bit. Someone very upset who was not a Superstar. Yeah, so we'll get those. Look at those score reels. We got some dirt right here. Let's get it cleaned up. Get those score reels all taken apart and cleaned up. We'll put LEDs in the back box as usual. I'm assuming that these rounded out inserts indicate that you need a 455. 455s don't exist anymore, so we'll go with traditional 44s or 47s. Yeah, I'm going to spend a few minutes here real quick. I'll just hit pause, like I say, and then just level out the game so it's not, you know, rocking back and forth like that. That doesn't look very good. Kind of hard to work on. So, yeah, it's Sunday night. Let's get to it. All right, so I grabbed a couple pieces of cardboard. Maybe just like a cardboard box. Is my camera frozen? Look at that. Did I lose power? Did I step on it? What did I do wrong? Let's see, do I have... That one still works, but the one mounted on the back box that I have right here in my hand is frozen, so let me try and fix that. All right, are we back? Dave... Oh, now he called me again, so I got to pause it again. Sorry. Yeah, that's the fun thing with doing 4 cameras. Now, I had 3 for a while, but I got this one back. We'll see if it freezes up again. The computer's kind of particular. Depending on where you plug into for USB ports, it seems like it can only handle so much out of one port. So I've tried to put like 1 per zone. So if one camera freezes up, it might happen again, it might not. But I used to deal with that during the live stream, so I kind of always go like that. I'm waving at you. Anyway, yeah, so I grabbed some pieces of cardboard and I threw them under there. I mean, basically all those leg levelers, they're pretty much frozen because they're just so rusted. So just for now, I kind of did like you ever go to those restaurants and you put like an extra piece of cardboard or a coaster under there? I did that. So just for now, because eventually the legs are going to come off and we're going to put evaporust on them, and everything like that. So yeah, I still have all this fun stuff to go through. I can already see something might be out of adjustment right there. I don't know. Yeah, that switch is supposed to be open. Maybe it is open. That should be open right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab those Jones plugs from down below. We're not plugged in yet, so I'm just going to reach down and grab something, see what you come up with. And I think is there only 2 for the back box? Yeah. So we'll plug those in and go back around and check on our cameras. Yeah, because I guess that is open. If you look at it at the right angle, it's just barely open. We'll adjust that. That's part of the whole refurbishment process. Just making sure everything's all lined up and tuned up in good shape. See what happens. Right now, my main concern is these cameras freezing up, but I guess not. So there we go. We got that. We should check under the playfield too. Let me get this other stand going here. Just got everything moved into this room, so let's do this. Get this thing mounted, swiveled and all that. Mount that. Go like this, bring it up. Yeah, that Bally, we put a new playfield in that, so I'm still dealing with those star posts, and those things are a big pain, as some of you might know. You can see I got one microphone next to my display for my monitor, and there's my other one right up there on top. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I can see that one microphone is favored over another. So the only thing I've really worked on is this little down center post thing right here. That's all I've really done to work on this game so far. We haven't turned it on yet. We got cracked flipper bat, so we have new flipper bats, of course. Flipper rebuild kit, can't go without that. There's some spare parts in here. I know I did last month kind of a preview video, and I posted a whole bunch of hockey tape or some sort of tape holding these slingshot brackets together. They are the same type of bracket as you would see on a pop bumper, so I did already order some replacements for that. So and the switch is falling off, so it needs some help. And I was looking at this burn here thinking, gee, what coil may have pulled in, but I'm starting to wonder if at one point that this rollover had some issues and they sprayed like some low voltage contact cleaner, and then all of a sudden there was an arc and you had like a flash fire in there. Because that's a really, I mean, it looks like the fire is more intense right here, and there was an issue with that. So I'm kind of led to believe it might have been a flash fire from maybe some sort of contact cleaner. So, yep, I figured you can see my back of my shirt more than anything, so let me do this. Like I say almost every time, production comes second to working on a game. Maybe just angle that up a little bit. There we go. So you can see more of the play field, but I just kind of want to go over it real quick before we turn it on, because as you can see, I got a lot of junk in here. I think I discussed earlier this chime unit. I know Dave, if you're watching this, need help with this. Dave has a nice long chime bar. You can get these at, I think, Lowe's. Basically, it's, I don't know what kind of metal it is, but you can just get the whole long, like 2-foot bar and then cut it to size and then drill holes. And we're going to do that. We do have a rebuild kit. Apparently, they make actual rebuild kits for this. And I think we only have like one plunger in existence, so I have replacement plungers for that. And 2 of the coils are burnt. I got all new coils. We're going to do this up, so like we always do. Like, we don't do anything half our say around here. Spare parts kit. I think this is not a pinball part thing. So we get the manual out of here. There's no manual in there, just some high score instruction pieces. Set those down there. Does not look like a whole bunch of 455s. God, that'd be like $1,000 right here if it was. These are just GE 55s. If only there was a 4 in front. I almost want to go through each and every one of these and make sure none of them are a 455, because those are worth their weight in gold. We've got some new lane guides. These are new, but they've been sitting for a while, so I think I want to replace them with something newer. We've got like a coin purse here, and we got some more bulbs. We've got 1156. Is that like for an F14 or a getaway? This leather is like really dry. Maybe there's some old coins in here. She's 55, 50 GE, 57. I'm hoping for 455s, but I don't see anything. I don't know what that is. Used rubber rings. Ooh, got like an armature of some sort. I was looking at those flipper assemblies. We have this looks like a slingshot kicker. So we got one of these if we need it. More, yeah, used rubber. It's probably just going to get thrown in the garbage. There's no reason to hold on to that. Here's a box of 50. There's a thread on Pinside right now. People are posting pictures of their old light bulbs. So, whatever. Westinghouse. Here's some coil relays of some sort. I don't know. They almost look like they're zipper flipper coils. Wouldn't that be nice if they were? And these don't even belong to me either, so if I were to keep these, I'd have to get permission from the owner. And I don't think they are. I think they're... I don't know what these are for. Here's one of the slingshot brackets with the bottom piece missing. That was taped on there. So I'll set these coils in this little lunch sack there. We're getting close to plugging it in. So. Here's another lane guard that looks new. Here is a 22-550 coil that pulled in. So these are 23. So 22, that might be a knocker. That's a 23-750 for the knocker. So maybe a chime coil in the back. I don't know if there's a chime coil in the back. I don't know. So there was a coil that burned. There's a 23-750. I don't know what happened here. These all look like they're 23-750 coils. Here's a 22-550. And there's okay, look at this. There's like a hose clamp. So there's a hose clamp on here with something's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look at a parts manual or something, or figure something out, because we have a bracket on here that's cracked, and hopefully we can get the replacement for it. That'll go in the next pinball resource order. Hopefully I need to do another order soon, and hopefully they have it in stock. There's some more light bulbs, nothing exciting. Pinball fuses. Yeah, we got tin foil on here. That is a 10 amp. Let me see. I have my tools at my mom's house. Maybe I can use this as a fuse puller. Do you guys see that? Can you see this from here? Yeah, there's aluminum foil in this fuse. So I'm assuming it's 24 volts. So that's probably for the coils. So I want to replace that. These are probably for your lights. 24 volt, 15 amp, 10 amp. So this is a 15 amp right here. Yep, that blew pretty hard, so maybe somebody bumped a wire. So, that one's blown. Oh, somebody had a party. Yep, that's empty, surprise, surprise. Look at all these blown fuses in here. Well, if I put a 15 in there, who knows if that's going to blow right away. So let me go find a fuse. We'll put it in there and see what it does. Hit pause. All right, I got a 15 slow. Drop that in here. Doesn't even seem like it's the right length. It seems shorter. That can't be, but it is. That's odd. Alright, whatever. So, now I gotta be on the lookout, make sure I'm not shorted anywhere. Yeah, this thing's... Okay, this coil stop... Okay, I'm definitely gonna have plenty to order here. There's the stepper right here, the bracket's completely broken off. I think I got one of those on my last order. I should kind of find it. For my, what's the name of that game? I think it's for my knocker coil for another... I can't... Magic City. Here it is. You know what, I could maybe even... I bet you even a flipper coil stop would work for this. So, keep an eye on that. We have... I wonder if somebody like high-tapped this transformer. High-tap... Nope, it's regular tap, but... Hey, you know what, it's the sign it's a good game. There's like a washer down here. Somebody had a fun time with this game at one point. So I don't know. Should we plug it in, see what it does? Just kind of looking at some of the Jones plugs, make sure there's no like big like railroad spike going across it. Something burnt here. Blue Star advanced adjustment. 2 of 3 and 4. So something. Oh, this is probably a melted something that melted. Yeah. Somebody who doesn't know pinball very well was trying to work on this. And that's how it went. At least that weird looking bridge rectifier works. Or it looks like it works. Wonder if that fuse is blown too. Plenty of work ahead of me on this one. So just kind of looking at the wires. Got to check all these tabs, make sure nothing breaks off. But this one's going to be, shouldn't say it's going to be the most challenging, but it's going to be a step higher than the couple of the other ones I've been working on. Like that doozy was okay. I mean, that needed some help, but yeah. I digress. I'm going to go find a garbage. We got to get a garbage going in here. It's going to fill up fast. Ta-da! There's my garbage in the lower right-hand side of your screen. Don't ask me what kind of garbage can it is. I'm not that geeky. That's, yeah, if he was saying the score motor unit was constantly running, maybe check these wires. Who knows? Make sure. These wires are kind of on the brittle side, so like a lot of them are running warm. Of course, even on the newer games you can have that problem. So. I do like a challenge, though. So far, I'm not seeing anything that'd be an obvious challenge. Definitely give me some work. Should start throwing this stuff away. I'm going to keep this here for reference. Tilt, get our tilt back there. A lot of this stuff can just get thrown away. Getting organized is a good start. That's empty, 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 empty. These bulbs look used. You know what? Put this whole cache box all in the garbage. And like I said, the good news is I do own this title, so if things go really haywire. I was going to say Hayward. I was thinking about Hayward, Wisconsin. If things go really haywire, I can always go find my game and make a reference to it. I don't know, should we plug it in? Is it going to start on fire? I don't know. Let's try it out. Hopefully, if the video abruptly ends, that means we blew a breaker. Well, that was anticlimactic. Of course, you got to hit the flipper button to get it to light up anyway, don't you? Alright. Got 26 credits, it ought to do something. See if it starts a game. Okay. And now powered off. So, did I blow a fuse? The fuse doesn't look that healthy, so I can still hear my transformer. Let me. Why can't I can't reach my power button. My power button's been Okay, somebody replaced the bottom on this thing, and I can't get to the power switch. Okay, I hit the flipper button and it turned back on, so that's interesting. You start a game and it turns off. That's fun. So that could be just a tilt issue. Are we in a game? There's no flippers. Isn't that weird? Check that out. It's like the slam tilt. Okay, now I did it, it didn't do it. So something's just kind of on the edge of being out of adjustment. So are we in game over? I'm guessing these two lights here are game over. Be nice if I knew what some of these things are. See that's ball index? Okay. That's the kicker right there, yeah, the eject relay. Okay, that's working. My lights here are kind of, I think that's kind of, there's a stepper unit. I think this guy right here. Yeah, that's just dirty. That's not a big deal. But I have no flipper power. But I might not be in a game yet. Unless, did I blow my fuse already? Could turn the game off, but I have no way of, my power button's covered up. So I could tilt it. Slam tilt? No. Yeah, tap the game counter, see what that does. Don't smell anything too bad. We're still in game over. Might be schematic time. Okay, that locks on. Looking at the second relay here. Nothing's labeled. The labels have fallen off. Or we can score. So we're in a game. But it says, I believe these dual lights here say game over. Maybe I should go find the back box and see what those two lights mean. But usually they put double bulbs in the game over. Yep, I was right. That is game over, those two lights that are lit. So I shouldn't have any flippers right now, I would think. So I'm going to be looking at the ball, probably the ball and play unit. Make sure that thing vibrating isn't something that shouldn't be pulling in. Or is that just my transformer? That's just my transformer. So I gotta hit that with a hammer at some point and fix that. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? So super relay. Yeah, that's dispel. And then it resets. Yep, that's right. So that part of the rule is right. That's really starting to annoy me. I'm going to go find a mallet. And we're going to fix that. And that's the only way to fix a humming transformer. Is to smack it with a mallet. Well, you know you're off to a good start working on a pinball when this is the first tool that you're using. Nice. I don't want to smack it too hard. Well, now I can think straight again. Where did we leave off? Oh, I had a theory. That's Alright, that's probably going to need a lot of help. Do anybody else want to keep listening to that? Me either. Let me turn the game off. Oh wait, I can't do that. Oh, that's better. I can think straight. Yeah, let's check out that ball stepper unit. Okay, we've got a wire off a coil. So I mean, yeah, the stepper that brings it in and out of game over, the wire's off. So let me show you. I don't know what I'm going to do about that transformer. Smack it a lot harder. Now earlier on this channel I do have a video of a transformer smoking, so that's a thing. But I will have to maybe see. Can you guys see that? I'm just estimating. So this thing right here is desoldered, so we have to go get our iron and heat that up. And solder that wire back on so we can only see if we have a functioning game here. There's a reason I'm not shopping the game out right now, is because I want to get all the stuff on it working before I even make the decision to shop it out. That is blurry. That should not be blurry. Why are you blurry? See if I can fix that on the fly. Properties, configure, focus, autofocus. There you go. Cancel. Yep. Oh, did it die on me or is it still going? Cool. Let me do this. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to go get the soldering iron. I'm going to hit that thing with the mallet again, even harder. Oh, you're going to laugh at this. The guy who's always asking, where's my stuff? Guess where my iron was the entire time. Just hanging on the ball plunger of doozy. So, without further ado, let's get this thing plugged in. Plug that in down here. So yeah, I guess the owner of this game got more than they bargained for. They got not only a pinball machine, but they also got a game of whack-a-mole. Maybe I'll include this mallet with the refurbishment. So are we? Yeah, okay, we're still recording. Let's plug that. While we wait for that iron to heat up, let's entertain ourselves and plug the game back in and smack the transformer some more. Maybe I need to get an actual 3-pound mallet instead. Another thing I gotta do is fix this, because that's not right. They put. Let's see what they did down here too. Yeah, just they got 4 carriage bolts. They put in 4 carriage bolts right there, and then they just did like a drop-in replacement to cover up the power button. Somebody's texting me. John Ross at Pinball Plus is texting me. Just starting to record the Superstar refurbishment. I have a very noisy transformer and more broken coil brackets, period. Shall I stop by in a little bit, question mark. Got a Pinbot and a Demolition Man that John picked up recently. So we're plugged in, so hit the left button and it turns over. Yep. Our transformer's nice and quiet again, so that's good, but maybe as it stays on longer, it'll get noisier. I'm just kind of looking down in there to see if there's maybe something that would be problematic, which usually it's not, it's on the inside. So, do I see if somebody's got a transformer? I wonder if Pinball Resource does. See if I can bring the noise back. There it comes. There it comes. Ooh, lights out? That was probably a tilt. Yep. Or was that the reason that game was dying? Is that because something on the transformer's dropping out? Or is that just this relay here? Oh, that relay's kind of right on the edge. Don't tell me that wasn't my hum, was it? No, I don't think it was, because I was tapping on the transformer and that was fixing it. Or was it? Was it the relay this entire time? That'd be funny if it's not even the transformer. How do you like that? Maybe it's just the relay. Nice. So that's good news. I've had transformers that have hummed before that have sounded similar to that. But here's what I'm also learning. Remember when so I'm glad I did this. I'm glad it happened because remember when I started a game and remember I started the game and then the game would just drop out. Every time I started up a game, I said, what's going on with that? And that was just 5 minutes ago. You were here to see that. And so I'm glad our transformer is okay because I don't want to have to get another one of those. But I've never seen that where that relay just get progressively noisier like that. Now my game dropped out again, right? So I wonder if I probably got a bad contact over here somewhere. So I'm in a game right now, but see now it's all confused because that coil's messed up. It's just kind of funny how that thing just drops right out like that. See that? Yeah, that sounds like a transformer hum though. So we start a game and the lock relay pops open. Ooh, see that's way out of adjustment because I pushed that and I already got my lights and then a couple other things pull in. So we got to clean those contacts. We got to get that wire put on the iron. We have to get the wire put on the iron. We got to get that iron on the wire to put it back. Perfect. So, probably best to unplug the game before you stick an iron on the game. So we're unplugged. So I wonder if that wire just came off incidentally or not. So let's see if things get any better now after that. So let's unplug the iron. Iron's unplugged. We're like at the shooting range. We're on a movie set. Oh, that was too soon. Too soon. Let's see. Left button, turn me on. Alright, and dropped out again. And now it doesn't do anything. Well, I'm not in game over and I'm in tilt, right? Yep, I got another light lit and it says I tilted. So, we've got some things to adjust. At least that didn't pop off on us. We're already on. So no flippers, but we're tilted. So, hey, anybody see that? How I've got, yeah, that's not good, right? Got coils. Maybe our fuse is already blown. Who knows what's dragging on what, right? I mean, if we got a switch right there, that could be a problem. This is my first time working on a pinball machine, right, guys? I'm not used to things already disassembled like this, so let me do this. If I get this insulated, I'm probably not going to be shorting stuff out, dragging stuff. At least my coil's not warm. So we've got to shut the game off again. That was easy. So we got to get that stuff cleared out of the way. That's probably not the issue, but we want to insulate that just to be sure. Hey, there's a box elder bug. Get out of there, come on. We're here to entertain you guys, you know. Alright, get off my carpet, I just cleaned it. Into the garbage. So we're going to do this, we're going to wrap this coil up in a nice non-flammable insulator. Alright, do that. Make sure the switch is open. Because that is a slingshot. So let's do that. I'm going to turn it back on. Alright, where tilted. Gotta return that ball probably, huh? All right. Hey, we got flippers. Now, I don't think doing that was part of the solution, but I think now that we have the ball counter wire solder back on, I see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 balls to play. I think we generally have a functioning game. We may or may not have a functioning technician here. So, oh, did I throw that coil stop away? I thought I was supposed to save that. I said I was going to save that. But I think that's a now coil stop there might work. I got a fat coil stop and I got a narrow coil stop. Here, check this out. This is why we rebuild flippers, guys. Did my other camera freeze? Okay, fine. I don't know why it does that, but check this out here. I've got a narrow. This is really groundbreaking. It's not really groundbreaking. I'm not even looking at my bracket. See the little coil stop on the flipper? One's wide, one's narrow. I think I need something like that narrow one there to stick in right here, because this coil right here is doing the crappie flop. And like I say, this disc kind of advances the star rollovers. Those aren't star rollovers. It's superstar. I want to say star in every other thing. Every other thing on this game has it labeled as star. So I still wonder if this game shutting off early is an issue, but this relay right here is definitely going to be cleaned. It's kind of a musty game. That right there can be cleaned. And yeah, we're getting closer to a overall a functioning game. I don't think we're at such a point of desperation anymore. Not that we ever were. But let's see. Okay, we're tilted. Let's untilt. We're in ball 4 balls to play. Is that right? Yeah, 4 balls to play. See if we can get something going here. You got a big non-flammable insulator up there. It's a piece of like packing paper, so that's why I always make the joke of it being non-flammable, because it is very much so flammable. So. All right, so we're tilted. We're going to drain the ball. Okay, we're back, and we are on ball 3. 3 balls to play. Here's what's interesting about Superstar. Am I even like looking at you guys, or am I just standing here talking to a play field? So what's kind of neat about this game, I like to be respectful most of the time. So this game it's balls to play, not ball in play. And this is kind of it's a novelty game in such a way that you can do replays, add-a-balls, and points, right? So when you get special lit, you get a certain number of points, and there's a Jones, well, let's go take a look. There's a Jones plug on the back that indicates what you get. Now, Superstar is one name of a game, but I think they had like a Rockstar, or they had like a different game. It was a different title, and it was more rare. I'm just trusting that you can see this, but right here you've got it all the way at the top for replay. You got down here for add-a-ball or novelty. Now, it depends. If you want free games, that's fine. If it's in the home, maybe you don't want that. So maybe you want to do add-a-ball for an extra ball or novelty. Personally, I like novelty. Go for a high score. Because for me, I don't want games that are going to last so long. I don't want all these extra balls and replays. Well, who cares about a free game in the home? So, yeah, I got to see about getting some hardware. Hey, good thing I got invited over to Mr. Ross's house, because he has a whole garage full of stuff. I'm going to start raiding his place tonight. So I just found something right here, and I think I'm safe from a voltage perspective. Here's a little bracket. So rather than using a rivet, I'll just use a screw. So I'm going to bring this with tonight. And oh, I'm going to drop Dave's. Let me drop Dave's stuff off too. Hey, I can stop by maybe in about a half an hour and drop those flipper parts off if that works for you, period. If you're in the middle, period. I'm actually sending a recording. I'm not doing speech to text. If you're in the middle of something, or if you're doing stuff with your family, I can just drop it off and we can chat tomorrow or whatever too. So let me know. I'm not good at multitasking. So here's another switch right here. So let's see. Whoa. So that's for a score reel. So all I did is touch this together and something happened. Let's go see what happened. Now it should have let go. Part of diagnosing, right? What's humming? Why is the ball stepper humming after I did something like that? The match unit. My match unit just pulled in. That's odd. My match unit should not be pulling in. Tilt. I think there's an update for that too, I don't know. So, shut up. That's definitely have to be fixed or it's going to drive me nuts. Alright, so let me score again. Here's how you score on a playfield. I bet you this is going to pull the... So now why would something like this pull the match unit in? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. That didn't do much anything. Are we in a game? Yeah. Got something else that pulled in. Let me separate that again. This is just a simple 10-point switch when the ball goes into the rubber. That's all it is. And I'm not happy my camera keeps unfocusing on me. Oh well. I think it's set on autofocus. Let me see here. Yeah, it's on autofocus. I don't know why. So we're almost in 42 minutes. Yeah, I'll probably work on this for an hour total. So I got 1 hour into the game just to do an assessment. I mean, if this thing's a complete basket case, which I'm not ready to call that yet. I see corrosion on some of these stepper switches, so this I might have to take this all apart too. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Let's put it that way. It's gonna be a fun one. So I got something that did pull in. It's definitely not the match unit. There's something else pulling in. Well, the match unit's the ones in it, isn't it? Duh. I knew that. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. The way they label that is different manufacturers label their things differently, I think. But yeah, match unit, that's like the 0 through 9 unit or the kind of the main stepper in the back. I've never had good terminology with these games. I know what happens where, but just when you're working on so many different manufacturers' games, that guy I don't think should be that hot. So it didn't score. Did it score for me? I don't know. Let's see. That's going to have to be addressed. Alright. Gotta swabble. First world problems. Alright, let's try scoring something again. Just a dirty contact? Did I get points for that? No. It kind of jolted just a little bit. So let's see what's going on. Alright, we got a partial pull-in. So, at this point in the game, I'm cutting power because I got a good few things to work on here before we even dare turn the game back on. Let me get my tools, and guess what, guys? This time I know where they are. I was at my mom's house doing electrical work. Oh yeah. All the tools, starting out a new project. This is fun. It's fun when things work right. So I don't know, you want to come with me around back? I can maybe bring a camera around back, but let's get this relay taken care of first. Turn this down a little bit so you can join me and see what I'm working on. Tighten that. Can I tighten that down? It's fun playing ignorant. Makes things more humorous. Well, this isn't fun. They have different ways of, okay, tighten that, loosen that. I haven't quite figured these camera stand pieces. So that, okay, you gotta tighten it that way, then you loosen it up here. Whoa! Alright, so we go like that. How's that look? Is that pretty cool? Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you think it's fun. Not a lot of people watch my content, which is fine. I'm mostly doing this for myself and for the owner of the game and for anyone who's a would-be prospective customer to get their game rehabbed. It's always important to work on the games with the power off. But since somebody turned my power... That's another thing we should work on too, is getting that power switch accessible. Because that's going to be very important going forward when I just want to turn the game off and on pretty easily. So... yeah, I've got line voltage running through that, I think. So we should probably actually unplug the game. There we go. This is called the lock relay. Another game that might be called something else. Plenty warm. And oh good, I don't, sometimes they string all those grounds together. Plenty warm. What's going on here? Let's tighten that switch stack first before we adjust anything. Game's a little moldy or musty, I don't know what's... I don't think that's black mold, that's just dirt. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. See, remember the lights turned on right away. And yeah, some of those contacts, they look kind of grimy. This nasty thing's got to be cleaned for sure. So, take the coil off. Yes. C29-1250. I gotta check and see if there's an update for that. There ought to be. How do I get this damn thing out of here? Do I have to take the whole switch? I should probably just take the whole switch stack off, huh? Makes it easier to clean them. strip on me. That's better. Start taking these apart if I want. Don't really want to. This cleaned up. Trying to get some of that chatter reduced. All right, time to clean some stuff up. I'm gonna work on these guys first. See you in a couple seconds. All right, got some goodies here. First, we're gonna change that battery pack out because that's dying. And guess what? I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Let's turn the brightness up. Let's warm it up a little bit. There we go. Got some sandpaper. We got some 1200 nice and wet, and I got some 3000 too if we want to polish some things off. Did I unplug this game? I think I did. Try and leave this all as one stack. But normally wet is not the best idea. Can you take a guess why? It's gonna bridge. It's gonna bridge and keep these switches shorted out until the water evaporates. Normally a relay like this is not as critical to sand or clean. They don't really have a need. Let me get in there with some paper towel. Usually, I'm going against everything here. Paper towel is usually not, it's probably too fragile to put in between switches, but since I'm pulling up water, it's probably fine. Yep, I'm pulling up water. Yeah, it's pretty durable. Normally you'd use like a piece of paper or something. You could get into arguments. Well, you got to use 400 grit. Oh, you got to use 1800 grit. You got to use if you get on some of these pinball news groups. I don't mean to badmouth anything or anyone, but it's like people will get into arguments and leave the hobby over. You know, mill wax is the best. Mill wax is the worst. This is the best. That's the worst. And people get into these fights, and it's like, you know what? I don't have anything against animals, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know. And I love cats. They taste just like chicken. I like jokes, so you know. I like animals more than I like people. So, anyone pay attention to which way this goes back on? Just kidding. It's going to be something like this, isn't it? Yep. We get our big bracket here. Like that. That feels better already. I don't know if I showed you, but I got it all cleaned up and polished and looking good. Sometimes they put more than one switch stack on these things, so there's different heights. Get in there, all of you. I'm sure that somebody will be watching this. Well, that's you're doing it wrong. This way is better. It's more efficient, or whatever. That's fine. Everybody's got their own way of doing stuff. I do what works for me, and I do what I know has worked for the pinball machine too. Because I got to remember, something goes wrong. Guess who's going after it? It's me. Now that seems a little bit too close. See that? To me, I feel like that wire right there is too close to that bracket, but maybe once I get it all screwed down, it'll balance itself out. I really hope this cuts down on the noise. I mean, there's more that can be done, but we'll start with this and see what happens. Now, normally you don't need to do that to every stack like that, but cleaning the switches is important. To me, that wire here just looks like it's so close to the bracket. I don't know if you can see that, but the second guy right here. Let me put that coil back on. And then oh, that's what I wanted to do. Why not? Probably not necessary. Give it a nice surface, as long as we got it apart. Do you guys even see this? I don't know. This coil is quite crispy. So hopefully we can improve that experience. Still gotta maybe re-gap some of those switches. Maybe. Let's get that coil back in there. Without breaking it. Get that spring back on there. Feel like we could put less tension. I feel like some of these switch pieces don't need as much tension as they already have on them. We'll see what happens. Oops, just popped my spring off. Something felt like it slipped in or out of position there too. Talking to myself, I'm not talking to you guys. I'll be talking to you in a second. Open and closed. So what's dropping out right away? Let's try that. I heard a screw drop earlier. There it is. And that. Got a few more screws laying here because we had other stuff that was. Got checked to make sure I'm not paused. Do that every time, every video. Got some corroded switch right here, so I got to look at that too. Make sure all these are healthy. I tighten those switches. I tighten these switches down, right? Yeah. Let me make sure. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, feels pretty tight. Yeah, we're good. And then the other thing I wanted to look at was the ones unit. Relay? Is that what it's called? I don't know. The thingy that's going in but not all the way, and it's causing me to not score on my game. You can join me in back here. Here's how I'm going to do this. Uh-oh. Pull power to the computer. I hope not. Good. I'm going to go back here. Make my adjustment when I come around. Actually, before. Let's go like that. I'm going to double check before I go around back. Yes, pretty good. Let me bring some light back here. Bring that brightness down a bit. Got a lot of stuff in the back box that we go through. I try to mix it up. Like every time we do a video of each different game that we do, I try to make something different. Like a lot of this stuff needs to be done each and every game, but you might not see it on the recording. So, like I think I didn't really do a lot for the score reel relays. I don't even know if that's the technical term. Trying to plug this light in here. That's good for now. Yeah, this guy here was kind of half on, half off, and then the match unit, all that stuff has to be cleaned too. So let's see, how's this mounted here? I'm guessing one screw back or two screws back there. So these are not labeled, but I'm guessing this is ones, tens, and hundreds. Or actually tens, hundreds, thousands, right? The first score reel available. So if you're going to do one of these, you want to do them all. And notice how crispy that first one is versus the rest. And those are M29 1100 coils. So we're going to do all three. This is a good opportunity to break a wire off, which sounds bad, but it's actually good because if you're going to break it off now. So, going to get our smaller flathead. And our sandpaper. Start by tightening down that bake light. There's a box elder bug that crawled in here with me too. Sheesh. It's not too bad. Ooh, that one's loose. I don't know how much you guys can see. I'm just checking the gap. One of those is barely closing. Check this out. Look at that. That's melted. So yeah, there was like I had something pulling in on me. There's definitely something going on around here that's pulling in. So that's weird. Like, is that where the wire is, or is that where the insulation is? Yeah, the bottom piece right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but the bottom piece is the actual wire. And the top, that's all insulation. But with all those wires dangling around in that game, it's no wonder that happened. So that's loose too. Check everything here. That contact looks like it's loose. Can't tell if that's an optical delusion or if that piece is a little bit loose, which it is. So you know what that means? This whole thing's coming apart. I bet you know if that thing came loose, it probably shorted itself out on something and that caused a big problem. Or something on the playfield caused that. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know. I'm turning away from that microphone, but I'm speaking towards that one. So we're going to grab all of that out of there. We're in the middle stack. We're going to splice this thing open right here. So how am I going to do this? Don't drop anything. Take one of these out. Take one of these out. Not both. There's two pieces on there. That's nice. Just want one. Suppose I could take all that out. I was going to use one screw for each stack that I'm turning it into. There it goes. I just don't want the, see, yeah, the bakelite. I already had one bakelite piece fall out on me. I don't know where it came from. I do not know where that piece came from. Right here. That could have been from anywhere. That's why I throw a screw on each. So is this the piece? Yep, there it is. Can I find that? That's why you make a recording too. Hopefully, maybe I caught that. Hopefully that was caught on video. So I can see where that one piece of bakelite fell. I'm looking for that little contact nipple that fell out. I have extras. Prefer not to use them if I don't have to. Let me see if that fell on the bottom of the cabinet. Can't tell. Oh yeah, it's kind of burnt down there too. This thing has been through some stuff. That could not have gone that far, could it? You gotta be kidding me. I had that little piece there that fell out of the contact and it landed somewhere. I don't know where. Let's see if I have another one. Those are getting hard to find now too. I'm looking in different areas each time. Still gonna look in the bottom of the cabinet again. Not in there, I don't think. I'm more concerned about where that one piece of Bakelite goes. So let me do this. Let me get that iron heated up. Yeah, that's on a motion sensor. Let me pause. We will get a part. All right. Oh, I can just see all those switches in the camera right there. Oh, that looks like a pain in the butt, which it is. But that's what I signed up for. So let me get that iron going. Got a box elderbug hanging out with me tonight, so it's a little bit less lonely. Okay, plug that iron in. Ugh. Let's clean the rest of those while we wait for that iron to heat up. Gonna have to kind of readjust everything. Yeah, I might have to go more aggressive. That's too fine for what's going on back here. I gotta get some more aggressive sandpaper. More coarse. Pause. Alright. We're going with 400 grit. Just like they say on the interwebs. Oh, that's better. First few times there's probably going to be some dusty, dirty stuff that's going to arc flash its way off of there. And then this is the guy we got to fix. We'll get the other contact going right now. So it'll be pretty obvious where that Bakelite goes once we get everything put back together. And see what's completely misaligned. If everything's misaligned, then we'll definitely know it goes at the beginning. Make sure I got that one cleaned up. Yes, I did. Get this one going too. And this guy here. Stay together, everybody. That's what one reason I run just one of those screws in there for, is to make sure everybody's staying together. And then this is where we're doing our repair. Now, I wish I could have found that original contact. There's my box elderbug hanging out. Sorry, buddy, time to go. Get out of here. I'm chasing him away with the iron. Sorry. So here's my, can you see that? There's my new contact. I gotta get more. Get that in there. I don't think I need a new blade. Don't drop that one too. I'm about to drop it, I can just feel it. Just tell, yep, there it goes. At least I found it. drop it a second time. That's what I should do. Maybe that'll clue me into where the first one fell. Still can't find it. I'm trying to kind of put it in its home position. If I had electrical tape, that'd probably help me a lot more. I don't want to bend that wire too much because it's still healthy. Let's do this. Ha, gotcha. Just like mousing around. Now the question is, can I get it to stay? Stay. Beautiful. Alright, let's get that up. Sorry, my hand keeps getting in the way. Probably out of focus, whatever. Trying not to drop any more bake lights. One, two, three. Alright, what looks out of place? Everything? It almost looks like what I just worked on is too close together. But I don't think I even took that stack of piece apart. See that? Let me just try throwing it in there and see what it does. That doesn't look right. Ah, that's because it does go on the end. I was gonna say it's too close to the relay bracket. So it does go on the end. I'm gonna get them all in there now. Like that. Beautiful. Screws started. Hopefully you guys have been able to see most of what's going on here. I don't know how much has been blocked by my hand. It doesn't seem like it's lining up, huh? Yeah, I got Phillips Hue in here on the motion sensor, so that's why it's going dark in the room, but it's staying bright back here where I want it to be bright. Alright, now it's time for the magic. That thing's definitely closed all the time. That one's barely closing. This one actually looks good. So let's bring this one to the right. And the one on the end is actually pretty good. It's got a double blade. Last but not least, the one that's now constantly closed. I'll adjust that because the original seems a little bit flimsy. Oop, did not want to do that. That was actually pretty good last time. I believe that's opening. Yep, it's open. But that's pretty close. That's definitely open there. Too much. Oh, I think we got it. Yeah. Glad that's done. Check the rest of these. That sandpaper's hot. It's because I got my iron plugged in there. So we gotta unplug that iron before we leave tonight to go to John's. Now you guys are telling me I already tightened all these. Let's check the gap on this. How's that good? Yeah. Those are looking good. Let's unplug that iron. For now. Oh good, I got it all on camera. I didn't forget to unpause it. I've never forgotten to unpause it before. Ah. Iron's unplugged. Alright, let's get these switch stacks put back into place, turn it on and see what's going on, and then I'm going to head out. It is the 10-point relay, it's not the 1. Again, depending on what you're working on, that could be the ones, that's like literally the 1s unit, because the 1s unit on this is fake, so it's the first one in line. We'll get each of them started here. That's not right, that's right. There we go. I don't think I got that little guy. There's a second stack on there. That 822, okay, the 822 550. I bet you that's that one coil that I found in the garbage. Or I didn't find it in the garbage. I found it in the cash box, and I threw it in the garbage. Tighten those up. Got 1, 2. I need one more screw. Did I drop a screw? No, it's over here. So here's what I'm saying right now. The coil that I have that was in the garbage that I threw from the catch box, A22-550. It doesn't sound right though. Yeah, because all the other ones are A22-550. I wonder where that other coil came from. Big mysteries around here, right? I'm just making sure my camera's not freezing up, which it's not, which is good. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Plug it in, turn it on, test it out. Okay, let's do that, and then I'll head out. Not guarantee that's going to fix my problem, but I'm going to fix a problem with the scoring, not the problem with the scoring. I can't start a game now. Do I not have any credits? I have 21 credits. So why can't I start a game? Where's my GI lights? What the heck happened? No feature lights. Or is that not a prerequisite? Yep, I have a dirty contact on my lights, I think. Yes, no? Yes. So don't clean it with that grit sandpaper. I guess they were right and I was wrong. No. I figured a finer sandpaper would be fine, but I guess not. I do have a flex stone I could use. Or we just got to adjust it properly. My light burned out already. Oh, it's in back. Do you like how I jump to conclusions right away? The 3 closures right there. I plug my iron back in. So why is it not turning on? I plug my soldering iron back in and not my game. Alright, there's my feature lights. And we're on tilt, and we're going to start a game. Nothing's going to happen. Why is nothing happening? Drain the ball. Alright, we're in a game. That's right, it's very sensitive. It's not like a Gottlieb where Gottlieb is kind of forgiving if you have a ball in the trough, but I think these Williams, you got to have that ball in the trough. So, some Williams, somebody's really into Williams pinball, you got to have a ball in the trough. Yeah, I know, I keep forgetting I'm a Gottlieb guy. I don't know why, because Williams are easier to work on, I'm finding. So, we're in a game. We're on ball 4. 4 to play. So, 4, 3, 2, I don't know. So, should we check our relays? They should be firing both at the same time. That looks good. So I have my first closure is the score motor, and the second one is the match unit. So if you're only going to have one fire, I suppose it's better to have the score unit than the match feature. Let me try triggering this point contact and see if that works. Something tells me it's not going to fix it, but maybe it will. Maybe I already have something shorted there. Whoa, voltage. Look at that. Shouldn't have been that much voltage. Got it fixed. Thought my hands weren't that. I guess when you get a little bit more sweaty, you feel more voltage. So, yeah. Cool, we got something else fixed. Well, I'm happy. I'm not happy, I'm excited. I'm not happy, I'm satisfied, right? Happiness is a byproduct of getting things done. At least that's how I feel about everything. Yeah. I bet you this kicker's not going to do anything because the coil's just sitting here. But at least we're properly insulated. Alright, I think that calls it for one video. We're at an hour and a half, and you guys probably tuned out long ago. So, what is it, 7:30? Yeah. Well, awesome. I think the game it appears to be largely functional. Obviously, we're really far away from working on any type of quirks it might have, but I think I'm going to pull that coil stop plate off and bring it over to John so I can match something up. So, we got our game unplugged, we got our soldering iron unplugged. That's good. I'm going to grab, I have things in my pocket here. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. Yep, unplugged, iron's unplugged. Yep. So this is the star unit. I'm going to call it a star unit, but it says bonus unit. Because I don't think it's really... Do you collect the bonus on the out? Excuse me. Clear the building. I call it the star unit. And I wish I didn't throw that bracket away. I deliberately tried to remember to save it, so it didn't go in the garbage like everything else. Or did I set it, or did I put it in my pocket along with that other rivet piece? Let me look in here. So, is this it? No, this is part of the pop bumper. Yeah, here's still that elusive A225. What is this? 550. 22.5. Well, there's a 22.550 right there. How come I didn't notice that earlier? We gotta find that coil. There's another box elder bug. It's almost like a coil stop. I think it'll work. If I grab a coil stop, I should be good. Or actually, I wonder if I grab one off. Here, what I'll do, I'll pull another one off. B20. Well, this is going to be an A22 550. So I should grab one off of here, maybe. Let me grab this one. Because it's the same kind of coil. So it's going to be the same height, if you will. I don't think the other one will be any different, but set those there. But the fact there's a hose clamp on that kicker tells me that I need to get a part. Well, there's one of them. Alright, where'd that go? Is that easy? Is this it? Yeah. Somebody get the replay on that. I don't feel like something could have dropped from there and gone all the way over there. Could it have really? How? It sounded like it. I feel like it would have just fallen right here. My light's missing. That was a big sneeze. That was a good sneeze too. I just don't want to have that coil stop fall on something that it shouldn't, like a transformer. I think we're good. I think that was it. Yeah. Because I was already over there doing business earlier. Yeah, so this is the one I need another one of. And I think I have an addendum because I own a Superstar, so I have paperwork for it. Put that there. Let me just grab it and see if we can find it. I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. We're almost done. So. Well, we got the instruction manual here. I don't think I need that. Yeah, that's just Joan steppers and plugs. I think the part supplement here is what I need. Coin switch gap adjustment. Heh. See this? Look at that. Can you see that? There's a drawing of that kicker arm that was replaced. And that other one, I don't know if that one was good or bad. Here's the bridge rectifier. Here's the power. There was the power switch that somebody covered up. So didn't really learn a lot here. Here's the part supplement. New parts and units. So hopefully that's on here. There's the drop target. Maybe that kicker is not a new part. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be because we've kicked stuff out before. Ball eject assembly. Oh, maybe it is. A22-550. That's part of it. But then that arm piece looks, God, that really looks like it. That looks like it. A7413. Alright, I need an A7413. Hope somebody has one. Steve. Alright, I need to go get some ice cream in my belly and go smoke a cigar. You guys have a good night.